asking our community the question about, is it possible for us to provision our canoe from our island? Can we do it? Because if we can, it's going to say a lot about us as a community. And if we're not able to, it's going to say a lot about us as a community. Just seeing our community where they're able to go with it now. Having them on the canoe in the sense of the food that they provided for the canoe and for the crew members. And that although they weren't there physically, they were there with us, feeding us all the way along the way. I think for me there's kind of two images that stick out in my head. It was when all the food came together and we were starting to provision everything and just looking at all the food that came from our community. The other was when we were on the trip. And for me, being able to eat every single meal and have poi or pa'iai on the deck the whole voyage, every meal was, to me, that said everything to me. That we had halal with us the whole time. I know our communities right now are continuing to provision because of the schools that were able to be a part of it have seen how it can go past. As we asked them, to look past the voyage, how this can help you going past the deck, past the voyage. And a lot of the schools have stepped to that point to realize that they can start to provision their schools and start to feed their own kids now, which is, to me, is a really exciting part of what they're able to do. And so now we know that any voyage that Makali is able to do, that we know where our provisions are coming from now, and that we can do it, and that hopefully what we'd like to do now is start to really have our families see how they can start to provision themselves, to provision their homes, start to put food in their cupboards, like was done for us on the deck of Makali'i.